lived in New York, you probably might have noticed that I was a little anti-Semitic, shall we say, or maybe anti-frum people. And that's because whenever I'm in a place with a lot of frum people, I start to hate on frum people. And I've been thinking about how much I miss frummies. I really do. I mean, I live in San Francisco, but in general, in the Bay Area, San Jose, San Francisco, Oakland, there's just no frummies. I mean, you meet someone who went to Hebrew school for 2 years when they were 4 years old, and you're like, oh my God, maybe you know olive bays or something, I don't know, whatever it is, and this is something I hold dear to me, and the reason why I started thinking about this was because on Friday night I went to the Breakaway Shul in San Francisco. Very Hamish place. They have like the women in the back with the curtains, and you don't even know there's a women's section until, you know, you look back there and you're like, oh, it's like a little window for the women, huh? Because they're on a higher spiritual level. Kind of like Hebrew National, higher authorities answering to. And they had tables. And I haven't davened in a shul with tables in a long, long time. And I was so excited by the tables. And then I started wondering about how, I don't think I've ever spoken about the importance of tables in a shul. Very rarely do you actually go to a normal shul with tables. And when there is a normal shul, Rudinsky Shul in Muncie, tables. There's also a shul on Park Avenue in Muncie that has tables. But they're really frummy shuls. And you go in and people stare at you and everyone's wondering whose random modern Orthodox cousin you are. Why are you wearing blue? Why do you not have a hat on? Why is your yarmulke this size? Why are you not wearing a 6-piece? Why are you wearing a 4-piece? Why do you not have the rim? Why is it not velvet? Why is it knit? Why is it that? Why is it that? I actually miss that. I miss people judging me. People judge you here, granted. What do you mean you don't have a PhD in nuclear engineering? But it's not the frum judging. I should mention that I'm getting married, so I completely miss the shotgun scene. I'm going to ask my future wife permission, like, to just let me go, maybe on some single Shabbatons or something. I mean, I really crave to be judged and to be judged negatively for my lack of frumness, for the, like, ugh. Although, look at my Sphira beard. I haven't actually counted since day 3, but I have the beard, which would probably happen anyway, but I can tell you that, oh, Sphira, it gets so itchy every Sphira, complain, I gotta listen to AKA Pella, or non-live music. I take that heads route, even though I think it's kind of BS, but that's my Apikoros side talking. My Apikoros side says, Sphira music is BS, Sphira music is fine, they cancel each other out, I'll listen to NPR. Which might be us or two because it's so liberal and it's a problem and whatever. But there's other things I haven't heard anyone ever say the N-word at a Shabbos table. Do you know that? Ever in the entire Bay Area, no one has ever said it. I never heard it. So much so that when I went somewhere in Brooklyn or something, I don't know, like a year ago, someone said it, and I seriously sat there and I'm like, I couldn't even like speak. The liberal residue rubs off on you, man. You start going to, I went to the Pride Parade last year, and I wasn't like I wasn't there with like a sign that says sodomy is sin. I was actually there just to see what was going on. It was actually kind of fun. So I miss this like judging. I met these people in Oakland the other day. They were like, so where are you from? New York. Where? Where did your father go to shul? Where did your mother's stepdaughter's grandmother go to Beis Yaakov for camp? Oh, and everyone starts talking, and there's Jewish geography. I haven't even been able to play Jewish geography with people. I mean, it's common that I am the only FFB in the room of like 250 people of like the shul. I was in San Jose for Shabbos a couple weeks ago, and besides for the rabbi, which grew up modern, I was really the only guy. I mean, I also grew up modern, so technically speaking, that might discredit my FFB status, I'm not sure, but I listened to Marvelous Midos Machine as a kid, I went to Breuer's, but then I went to Manhattan Day School, so does it count? Are you really an FFB if you grow up going to a co-ed day school? That's the question for you to ponder.